Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Call Halayim, YAHAWAH, Bashem, YAHAWASHI, Bashem, Shakadash. In the water, YAHBAD, YAHAWASHI for the spirit and truth. Double honors to my apostles, the elders, the great millstone, taught me this truth through the spirit. Bakatham. And call Allah, YAHBAD, YAHAWASHI, Bashem, Shakadash, Bakatham. To Zaquani Wa'akim, across the four corners of the earth, that teaches this truth and sincerity, faith, and honesty. Alright, I'm that fellow servant coming here, Charlotte from GMS, Temple Bay Tour, the camp out here in Temple, Florida, in the heart of Babylon, the belly of the beast. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh, I'll another lesson. I'm hoping that this is edifying to the elect. So pretty much I want to go in on pretty much how we're suffering to be glorified. All right, and through the spirit, that's why men out here on the four corners of the earth are constantly, going through afflictions and adversity and trials and tribulations 6 days out of the week, so that they can perform the work of the Lord when they meet. All right. Out of that 1 day out of the week, okay, of all that suffering, so that they can do the work and hope unto the end that the Most High, when He returned with His only begotten Son, all right, Yahweh shall return with the hosts of heavens, that they can one day be glorified, all right, with mercy, man. You see, because that's what this truth is all about, receiving the mercy, because Jake don't really understand the significance of the mercy of Yahweh shall, because the scriptures say all of our righteousness is filthy rags. In the scriptures, Romans 12, it says this is our reasonable service. So we understand that this is a whole duty of man, to fear the Most High, keep His commandments, and this is what we have fell off from. So through the mercy of the Most High, giving us His only begotten Son, Yahawashi, to open and loosen the book thereof, so that we can read and understand these last days, all right, we have been given mercy, all right, to hope into the end. And mercy is not given to everybody, man, okay? Mercy is not given to the whole world, man. Matter of fact, we can start off right there, because that's the point. That's the whole point of doing this lesson. A lot of you people don't understand that many shall call on the name of the Lord in that day, and He shall not answer you, man, because you don't know His name, and in a time of liberty, you loathe at the law. So guess what? The Most High, Yahweh Shai, has the reward of condemnation for you, man. Okay? Not salvation. Okay? The Lord have the spirit of judgment coming to you, and not the spirit of mercy, man. Because in the time that mercy was given unto you, you despised it. All right? And that's what happened to our people so far and so on in the scriptures, man. All right? I was reading the book of 2 Kings, the 17th chapter. And the Lord said He sent all the prophets and the seers to Israel to tell them to repent. But what? They hearkened not unto the words of the Lord. And that's till this day. You see? So there's no mercy. No mercy in the 2/3, man. And no mercy unto the wicked, you see? But mercy is to who? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in Him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with Him. For grace and mercy is to His saints, and He hath care for His elect. So grace and mercy, all right, is extended to the saints, all right, which are the children of Israel, which are the sons of Yasha'Allah, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians, the elect, okay, of those nations, the 12,000 men out of each 12 tribes, which will make up the 144,000, and the 1/3 that will believe on Yahweh Shai through their word, man, which is the Israel of the Most High, according to Galatians, the 6th chapter, the 16th verse. That is the remnant of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, which is separated or sacred or holy, all right, which is set apart from the whole nation of Israel, man. That's who mercy is extended to, all right? And that's so that the will of Yahweh Shai can be done, all right, by setting up the kingdom of heaven on the planet Earth, okay? So this truth is all about mercy. So what? The Lord have put certain men out here who are able to go through much tribulation so that they can enter into the kingdom, all right, which that's the spirit, okay? You see, the Lord is putting us through that furnace of affliction. As it is written, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So the Lord is putting us through that furnace of affliction so that we can be refined. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, in the book of Isaiah, because that's a good one. It's Isaiah chapter 48. Isaiah chapter 48, verse 10. It says, behold, I'm sorry, verse 9. For my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. So the Lord said, for his name's sake will he not cut us off, not because of your works, not because of your videos, okay, although those are expressions of the faith. All right, this is the whole reasonable service, the duty of a man of the Lord, which the whole nation of Israel is supposed to be doing. But the Lord have a remnant out of the nation of Israel that we're going to be doing these things in the last days, according to St. Matthew 24, who then is that faithful and wise servant, the 5 wise virgins going back into the elect. Okay, all right, they had their lamps trimmed, all right, and they had that oil, okay. That's who the Lord designed this whole thing for, man, all right. So, for his name's sake, verse 10, it says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. All right. So the Lord is choosing the man of the Lord, all right, his man out of the furnace of affliction. That's why the Lord YAHWASHI, when he was on the scene, he said, all right, any man that taketh up not his cross, all right, and beareth not his cross daily cannot be my disciple. See, because in order to receive salvation and to be glorified, you must first go through the acts of humiliation and suffering. That's why 1 Peter 4:13 says, all they that live godly shall suffer persecution. Roughly the same. Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples, all right, which are men of discipline. When you go into that word disciples, it means students or followers of Hamashiach YAHWASHI, which is where you get the word discipline from, man. Being what? Discipline in the doctrine of Yahweh YAHWASHI. Okay? Because when YAHWASHI was on the scene, he said, I come not to do my will, I come not to give you my doctrine, but the doctrine of him that sent me, man, which is the Most High, which is the doctrine of mercy, the doctrine of salvation, the doctrine of truth. You see, and these are the things which the world cannot receive, all right, because what? Grace and mercy is to his elect, all right? So just like YAHWASHI had to go through the straight and narrow, we have to go through, man. But ultimately, we're going to be glorified because we suffered with him, all right? Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So through much tribulation, through much misfortune, through much undergoing, all right, getting the last call, man, you know, being the last pick, you know, being the last thought about, man. Nobody thought about YAHWASHI, and guess what? Nobody thought about us being the man of the Lord, okay? Is this not the carpenters, what they said to YAHWASHI? So how much more to us? They say it's not this Shug, you know, it's not this, you know, Tyrese, you know, nigga, I know you, man. Who you trying to fool? Not because you got a Bible and a dress on, you think you know something. That's what they say, man. But obviously they are clueless to the doctrine of Yahweh YAHWASHI, to the doctrine of mercy, to the doctrine of truth, the doctrine of salvation. Okay, which what? The Lord said he looked not on the outward countenance of a man, but on the inward countenance, man. See, so our people ain't willing to dig deep into this truth. So that's why what? Since they don't want to suffer for the truth, they're going to have to die for the truth, man. I mean, die because of the truth, because they lack the truth. You see, Proverbs 13:13, man, one of my favorite precepts. Because you despise the words of the Lord, you're going to be destroyed. Simple as that. Okay? All right, let's get to the point of our sufferings, man. Because the scriptures say your light affliction worketh but for a moment. You know, it feel like it's a long time, but the Most High's time is different from our time, man. You know, we here to, you know, time is slower down here, man. You know. All right, time is slower down here, man. You know, but in the heavens, things happen way faster. Okay, the things happening in the spiritual realm than here before it's happening physically, man. All right, just like for a prime example, this is already done spiritually, but it's just happening and being played out physically. The scriptures was written about. The scriptures was already done when the Most High spoke about it, and that's in Psalms 33:18. And then it was done, man. But we just acting it out. You see, that's the power of the Most High. That's why the wisdom of this world is foolishness. You see? Romans chapter 8, verse 17, and it reads, and if children, then heirs, and that word children, which is sons, man. So if sons, then heirs of the Most High. So we're going to be heirs, which is where you get the word inheritance from, which is possession. All right? So we're going to be heirs of the Most High. Okay, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. All right, so we're going to be joint heirs in the rulership with the only begotten Son, and our Savior and our big brother YAHWASHI, man. Because what? It says, if so be that we suffer with him, suffer what? Suffer being a so-called a bum, a loser, okay, loserville, man, if you will. Nobody on this side, okay? All right, just like YAHWASHI was, man. You know, nobody's thinking about you, man. But guess who is YAHWASHI? Because what? You suffering the cross, you bearing the indignation of the Lord until he come upon you and give you that light, which the light is his truth. And you what? You got to hold that truth all the way into the end, man. You know? You got to hold the light, man, if you will. Okay? Because the scriptures say to the law, to the testimony, if they speak not according to this law, there's no light in them. You know? These people don't got the light, man. We do. All right? It says that we may be also glorified together. That's right. So we're going to be glorified together with YAHWASHI. That's why 1 John 3:2 says, beloved, it does not yet appear what we shall be, but when he returns, we shall be changed just like him. All right, so if we suffer with YAHWASHI, we're going to be glorified to him, glorified with him. All right, and I'm going to jump down to verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, so the creature, which is us, we were made subject to vanity, which is vain things, all right, which is death, carnality, all right. So what? It says, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. So the Lord subjected us to going off, all right? Because that's why Romans 7 chapter says, it is not me no more that sinneth, but sin that dwelleth in me. The Lord subjected us to going off because it was his reason so that the will of the Most High, YAHWASHI, can be done by having the extension of mercy on the house of David, man, by raising us up. That's why the scriptures say, not of works, lest any man boast, but grace and faith are ye saved, man. You see, that's why the works and the faith go hand in hand. You would know the men by their fruits. That's why YAHWASHI said, then shall there be known who are my disciples because of the love that they have. So you would know who are those men. You would have a clue who those men would be because you would discern between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. And that's Malachi 3:17, man. Okay? So pretty much straight to the point, you know, we suffering for this. We suffering for the word of the Lord, which is YAHWASHI ultimately, so that we can be glorified with the word of the Lord, which is YAHWASHI, man. All right? So Lord's word is edifying to the elect. Until the next time, say shalom.